So with the coronavirus outbreak, we have to change our lives, and one of the most affected activity areas is the theater. And many music companies and theater managements have chosen to perform without any spectators. This no spectators circumstance is something that characterizes performing industry this year. In Japan, for example, there was this famous performance by the Bivako Hall music company of Richard Wagner's Die Göttermann. There was no spectators, but these musicians prepared for this performance for many months, and they went ahead with the performance, and it was broadcast live on the internet without any spectators. So this no spectators situation is something that characterizes the zeitgeist right now. Now, in the Gagaku tradition, Gagaku is ancient form of music and dance, traditionally performed in the imperial palace. In the Gagaku tradition, I heard that sometimes they perform without any spectators. I spoke with Hideki Togi, whom I mentioned in my book on Ikigai, actually, and Mr. Togi told me that in the Gagaku tradition, sometimes they perform without any spectators. Sometimes the emperor and empress and members of the imperial household would be present, of course, but sometimes they leave, and even after they leave, the Gagaku performers keep on going. And Mr. Togi said that they feel as if the souls of the past emperors and empresses would descend from the heaven and stay on earth for a while and enjoy the music and dance for a while with them when there's no human spectators. And, they feel so satisfied and happy when they do that, Mr. Togi told me. So that was a really deep inspiration for me. The fact that a performer can keep on performing without any spectators and yet draw the deepest satisfaction from that performance. After all, God is silent. This very important issue have been discussed in the theological and philosophical field for many, many years. And why is God silent? Why, if he or she is observing us, does God remain silent? Maybe we all performers without any spectators. Every day we go about in our lives, and there's no spectator. There's probably God there, but he or she doesn't speak about it. So we go on with our lives anyway. We may do good things, we may do bad things, and nobody is looking at us. So, but that doesn't mean that we cannot get any inner satisfaction from actions. So this philosophy of no spectators has a really deep connotation, I think, and we were, you know, we were made aware of this fact that most of our activities performed under the presence of no spectators anyway has been, we have been, made acutely aware of this fact because of this current situation. So I find this metaphor, no spectators, very interesting. And I'm also very inspired by the fact that in the Gagaku tradition, sometimes they perform without no spectators, and yet they can, attain the highest state of satisfaction and achievement in that situation. I think that should be an inspiration for all of us.